now!
I know.
Just...
Answers you shall have. But I need you to realize they've traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. After all this time, it's me. Your son.
Oh, come on.
I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun. You long-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove ever onward. What then?
You know, my freaking thing doesn't work. Yep.
They wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean,
Please have Blake check his blood and take his insulin.
it's really you.
I already did.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the
Fox
Institute.
Sports Radio.
My hard work
Just
has
quoted
paid
me.
off. Oh,
They just made a quote for me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The Marlon James band really rocked the house. Brenda from Fox Sports Radio.
What?
I know, right?
Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard,
KRKO.
I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Sean, she loved you so much.
I have no doubt. I'm afraid I have very little experience with those emotions, having lived my life within the Institute. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance. What else can I say?
Kellogg, he worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all.
After what I've seen, I pity the man. He was as much a victim as anything.
After what he did to you, I'm shocked you would be so generous. But yes, I understand you've experienced things. Perhaps you ended up knowing him better. I, for one, will never truly forgive him. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take... You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
I wonder what Doctor...
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive
Greetings.
circuit.
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed. All systems nominal.
Interesting.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Doctor.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
You should return to the Brotherhood.
Even if I wanted to return to them, why would they want me back?
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired... I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
I was just told to get you to come back.
The Brotherhood wants me back, and the best they can do is send a robot that does nothing but follow orders. Sorry, but you're going to have to do it.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had... The incident never sat right with me. If you bring me... Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap... Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get... Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on...
Right.
I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't... And finally, if you get caught... Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given
I'm
that
a
the
Courser
relay is
now.
the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
status. All voltage.
We're all looking forward to working.
Doc.
I caught her, so there was another doctor.
You weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie
Hope
Fillmore.
I'll prove a useful
You can
test
think of me
subject
as the
for you, Doctor.
Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have after. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electric. We maintain and up. There's a lot of machine. The work we do. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities
Like
division,
copper.
I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Carry on, sir.
Maybe I should take some courses.
Pardon me, sir.
I hear we're about to get a new research supplement.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
Hi, Doc.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. So, here you are. Justin Ao, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Justin.
Yes, what is it? So you were there the day the bombs fell? that going. So I've had to put everything else to one side.
Security's too tight. No way I'm cracking this.
After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Hey, Doc.
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes,
Welcome.
well...
So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holden, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
Hard work and ingenuity. I'm sure I've taken...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping... In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer...
Uh-huh. I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Please resist any urge you might feel to the specimens of a hypothetical.
Security's too good. Nice. Yes.
Negative sensor read. Weapons cold.
Lock's really strong.
Standing down.
That's it.
Resetting threat level. Resetting threat level.
Sweet.
Tex Beneke, folks. Here's a thing. A sort of note, I guess, from a sponsor here in Diamond City, and I'll read it. Diamond City Surplus, now open 24 hours a day. Management reserves the right to refuse service to anyone, especially Sims. I hope you like this song. Butcher Pete by Roy Brown. Wait, unless it's Roy Brown. No, it's Butcher Pete by Roy Brown.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Ready. You see that? Some sort of streak of light. Maybe a vehicle of some kind. Sounds like something crashed like that. We should investigate immediately.
You're with the Minutemen, right?
If you're the kind of person who...
The Minutemen are always happy to help. What did you need?
A pack of feral ghouls have holed up with more of them.
I'm on it.
I'll be glad to help.
Sanctuary has, I guess, been founded. What's there? Good luck to them with, you know, the whole... And in other news, it sounds like maybe the... None of it is, it's actually the same news. The Minutemen were involved in this. That's the Minutemen.
Picking up
I thought they were kind of done for.
What?
Sounds kind of crazy.
That's a Brotherhood frequency. All right, we need to talk. My recon team wasn't the first to be sent to the Commonwealth. The last squad went in 3 years ago. They never reported back. Officially.
There's 3 sons will be dead soon.
Presumed dead.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Everyone who signs up for a recon mission knows what to expect. And if we should fall, the Brotherhood will honor. We have a responsibility to find...
All right, I'll see to it.
Their insertion point was in the hills near Malden. We should survey the area and establish...
Sure.
We've located a signal.
Uh-huh.